from the Tower of Babel, but you can never strike gold!
Hey, welcome to my channel, man. This chapter is so hot. I feel like I'm burned up. Well, I need to get some water. I just read this chapter and man, I've been laughing, but in the last part of the chapter, it gets kind of sad. You know, I felt away for GARU because, you know, he just wanted to become like a hero when he was small, but always being bullied by his friends. So in the last part of the chapter, I felt so bad for him. Man, but this chapter started off so strong. I can't believe that Murata and One could come up with this chapter that is even better than the two previous chapters. Man, one of my best scenes in this chapter is the the scene where Saitama sneezes, the serious sneeze, and he completely obliterated the Jupiter's moon Io, and he blasted the sneeze actually blasted all the gas from Jupiter's surface all the way to the core of Jupiter. That was crazy. When Saitama sneezed and GARU looked behind him and realized that Jupiter was like exploding, he jumped from the moon and jumped all the way out in space. But one of the craziest thing is when GARU looked and noticed that he saw the sun, and his eyesight, like, he looked like thousands of miles away and could see Earth. And he was like, man, if I can see, if it's in the range of my eyesight, I can teleport to to where that is. And he actually teleported to Earth, thinking that he escaped from Saitama, because before he teleported towards Earth, he hit Saitama with an attack into the next direction. Saitama was like right behind him when he showed up in front in Earth atmosphere. Saitama was behind him. I was like, man, that technique that you have is quite ifty. GARU was so shocked that Saitama followed him. But Saitama went on to like Saitama went on to explain what happened. Like, he said that because he catch a cold, he had some belly cramps, and it caused him to fart. So when he farted and went straight and catch up to GARU and went through the portal and ended up on Earth. But one of the most fascinating thing about this chapter as well was the part that Saitama, when they did the chart of to show the growth of Saitama and GARU. So for some instance, GARU was catching up with Saitama, but coming on to the end of the battle, Saitama strength just skyrocketed and went like two times higher than what GARU can copy. So GARU was like getting frustrated that this guy is just leaving him. Even in the narration, it stated that the one because Saitama never have anybody to like challenge him to push him this far. It's the first time Saitama ever been like this far in his power, and now there's no one left now to like observe or understand how strong Saitama is, because he left GARU like so far in the power leap till not even GARU is able to like read how strong Saitama is. He can't even copy him anymore because his power is like raising exponentially more than what GARU could keep up with. When Saitama like punched GARU back to the Earth, he cracked his mask. That's the time when like GARU came back to his senses and realizing that he's doing the wrong thing. When he saw Tario on the ground, so he like started running off to the next direction and fall flat on his face. He was like crying so hard, like, because he realized that he had like killed the only person that he wanted to protect. So I believe like in the chapter when they did with Garu and Saitama was sitting at the table, when they were sitting at the table and then they did the redraw, I believe that they switched it around a way now, doing it in a way that Saitama is talking to him while they're face to face, not stop fighting, but like in the and this was like the sad moment of this chapter. You know, it was like he wanted to save Tario and give him a better future, and make this world a better place for all of those who is getting bullied from others that believe that they are stronger, and he never wanted that for Tario. So when Saitama like talked to him and asked him if this is what he actually wanted, he was like get up and was like, okay, he wants Saitama to copy his move because he have like his most powerful move that and he wants Saitama to copy his move, So he actually showed Saitama his technique that he came up with to reverse time. And because Saitama is like so overpowered, Saitama can do anything that if he see it, he can do it if he wants. And he actually taught Saitama how to do the time reversal to go back in. And for all of those who were doubting that Saitama destroyed the stars all the way out in the universe, well, in this chapter it is showing that all those stars are like reappearing when he's reversing time. All the damage that was done, all the destruction that was done was like redoing. You just like reversing time and everything is coming back together. Time. And while he was trying to teach Saitama, then God chipped in and was like, I'm taking it back. So at the same time, God was like turning Garu into salt. His body was turning into salt and his power was like leaking out. But he told Saitama to focus. There's a nice explanation for the way they show the way the particles interact with each other. And interestingly, the punch was named Zero Punch because it was explaining that because Saitama went back in time, the punch was landed before the punch was landed while he was going back in time. So it took Zero Punch to finish the fight. So I believe maybe because of the time lapse or something like that, it is not allowed for like two Saitama to live in the same universe. So the Saitama future body joined with his body from the past and they become one. So when Saitama looked down, his crotch was torn out, and his like dick was hanging out. So same time, Genos saw that Saitama was different, flew over and hit but Saitama in his gut. So Saitama was like asking him if he's still alive and stuff. But Saitama seems like he has no clue of what happened and what happened on Jupiter. But it was a fascinating chapter, and I'm just looking forward to see where the manga goes from here. And I know that One and Mortal they have some really good stuff in store for us. Please, if you don't mind, you can leave a like or comment in the comment section, or you can leave a dislike.